What's up, beautiful people? Another episode of Sunday Sessions with Rich podcast, man. On today's episode, this fucking amazing guy needs no introduction. But if you're new to the show, on today's episode, my good friend Rambo drops by. He's a co-host of Real Eyes Radio. Also, check out Human Vibration too. Shout out to HV. And check out me and Rambo's last episode. We in a simulation, episode 74. Rambo, welcome back to the fucking show, bro.
Yo, Rich, thanks for having me on again.
Look, man, there's people because I love our episodes, Rambo, because we just fucking bounce off each other and we just vibe, man. And you my brother, man.
That last episode I done was one of my favorite ones. I really just bounced like. And today I've been thinking, like, have you ever heard of ASMR, where they like whisper around the mic, ASMR, and it's kind of like really pushed on YouTube? Have you seen it? And
no.
So it's like there's something to it, how it's being pushed on YouTube, and it's like people whispering in the mic and stuff, and it kind of drains your energy, and people watch it to sleep, so it's showing you, like, again, sounds in your, it's like a kind of a, so it's whispering. If you try and watch it, does you feel your energy drain, like there's a reason it's being used, and certain ones call it like energy pulling. They call it energy pulling.
So I wonder if that's just energy harvesting in a different way at that point.
Yeah, it's being used for a reason why, like, some of them are pushed like to millions of subscribers, millions of people listening to people whispering down the microphone. And it's just something I've been thinking about recently. Like, is there a reason it's gone mainstream?
Take too much energy out of you. Fuck that.
Toxic energy pulling. That's what, like, a lot of them advertise themselves as doing, like.
Fuck. That's some energy harvesting shit.
It's worth for anyone, like, who doesn't know about it to, like, give it a go, and you can feel there's something to it that drains your energy. It takes your energy away.
Imagine you listening to that shit before you sleep, and that's fucking, I don't know how that's gonna feel.
I come across it it was just suggested on me YouTube stuff, but then anything that goes mainstream on YouTube is put mainstream on YouTube, innit?
Yeah.
Like, YouTube is like a preset app in your phone nowadays, and it really comes already downloaded.
I never even heard of that shit. Okay, see, this whispering takes too much energy just to fucking whisper. So power to whoever's listening to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Imagine you sleeping, bro. You getting your energies out right before you go to sleep. That's creepy when you think.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah, they're giving your energy up just to go to sleep.
Guys, me and Rambo. So before we start the show, we was talking about this drink that's out here called Magnums, and it's so fucking good and addicting. It's like a Jamaican tonic wine that's like you can only get like over here, and I'm assuming Jamaica too. That shit fucking good, bro.
Real good.
Small little bottles. It's like if you watching me on YouTube, if you most of you guys are listening on like Apple and Spotify, but it's like very small. Think of like a miniature wine, right? The little small individual wines, and it's about 16%, 16.7%, and that shit £4.50, and that shit is fucking potent as fuck. I love it. I'm addicted. I'll be a spokesperson for Magnum. So if somebody listening to this and you guys know, I'll be a spokesperson.
Hit Rich up with sponsors, Magnum.
Let's go.
Right here.
I'll drink that bitch on the show, every show.
Yeah, and like with like sounds and stuff, going to sounds, like, is music, like, what do you think of music? Like, is it kind of like a time traveling? Is it the only way we could time travel? Like, you can think of a song, like, or you can hear, let's say you can hear a song and it takes your mind back to where you was at a certain time. Like,
that's so
we can make happy or sad as well. It's
happiest. We all have that one song that we play that just takes us down memory lane, and you feel the exact same way you felt when you first heard the song. So, because if you think about it, Rambo, songs are energy, songs are programming, and songs are vibration. So, with that being said, if you can make a person feel, sad or happy just listening to a song, like you said, I'm pretty sure you can fucking time travel too, because you're just being reminded of whatever that moment was when you listen to the song.
That's it. Yeah, it can make you happy, sad. You have your gym songs that you use to pump you up and stuff. So it shows that there's something in that frequency of the music that pumps you up or drags you back. I kind of see it as kind of like a time traveling device, music, you know, because you can just go to certain things. And same with photographs as well. You can see, I believe they're the only forms of real time travel. You know, it's all in your mind.
Damn. So what we have pictures and we have music as time travel, because that's so fucking true, bro. Because you can look at a photo and it just takes you back to that place. And the thing, and this is and that's how we know everything is in the now. Because you can, for example, Rambo, let's say you're looking at an old picture of baby Rambo running on a fucking playground, okay? Your body doesn't know if that's in the past or now, because you're feeling those emotions. So when you take that concept, everything is in the now. We're just fucking aging as we progress through the now. That's a fucking wild concept.
It really is. It is for them. We are living in the present, as Human Vibration said to me. That's why we call it the present. It's a present, you know.
The present is a present, man. Fucking for real. It is a present. Everything is in the now, bro. It's easy to get lost in the and be on autopilot, man. We have all these fucking distractions. We have our phones, we have work, and then you only allow
radio station music. Oh, they have that. They have this. This is what always gets me. It's these crappy songs that like you can't stop whistling, even though you've not really took much notice of the song.
They programmed you at that point, bro.
Programmed it into our minds. And the lyrics are always about like cheating and sex. It's always about the same stuff, you know, like the lyrics of these songs that are pushed on us, like Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga. It's always the same crappy
fucking people, bro.
Drony music I believe it's so your mind can never be quiet. You can never have silence.
Point. Maybe that's the point. Oh, Rambo, are you familiar with Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen his recent 2 interviews?
Yeah, about the MK Ultra and talking about MK Ultra. Yeah.
So I was bringing that up to say on the part 1, he was talking about the music and how they those who make the music with the beats and frequencies, they target the lower chakras, and how music programs you. So when we was talking about that, so now I'm thinking about, so when you're in the car, you don't know what that melody is doing to you. You don't know what the fuck it's doing. So now it's making me cautious of like even like listening to just my random favorite songs I like to play.
And it goes like to the hertz, don't they? A lot of people talk about the frequency of the music and stuff, and the radio music is played at like 428, or is it?
Yeah.
And it should be something else, you know, like it should be 432, or it's the other way around. It's one of them. But the radio music is played at a different frequency, and you can, if you listen to different frequencies, you can feel what it does. And the one I like, there's one 532, and it's like the frequency of love. And
I got a picture of I saw one on Twitter, and it's like the frequency hertz. But keep going, bro. I'll let you know.
So the 532, and when I first put it on, I could feel it instantly. Like there is something more.
It's true.
To the frequencies, definitely. I've seen a lot of stuff about the Travis Scott thing being about frequency of music and stuff as well.
That shit was scary, bro.
Refreshed to my mind. It was, but I believe, as you already know, that I think it was fake again.
Yeah, staged. I follow a bunch of different sides of Twitter, and I was seeing a bunch of people saying they think it's fake. But then the thing is because you know me, I don't try to sway anybody. I like to just look at it from all perspectives. So I'm actually, since I have you on, bro, why do you break down why you think it's fake? I'm genuinely curious
because like, for instance, I know that this guy, I'd never heard of this Travis Scott guy ever. And I know that he's quite big in America or whatever, but as far I'd never heard of him, but from now I do know who he is now. Do you know? So that's a starter. Like we all know who he is now.
Yeah.
And I do think it was some sort of. It was on 9/11, wasn't it? It was on the. Was it on the 9th of November? Was it?
I think. Yeah, I think so. I might be wrong. Somebody check me, but I know
And
it was this
also,
month.
I just feel like it was like people say, oh, it's a ritual, it's a sacrifice, which it definitely is. But I believe it's also staged, and the ritual sacrifices. One, that guy gets more famous, and he also has more coming for him. And two, it's energy. Again, it goes to that adrenochrome thing. It's all about our energy surrounding that. Everyone was looking at it like everyone's looking at this event, and there's so many videos of it on YouTube, on YouTube, on
Twitter,
TikTok.
Okay,
TikTok is where it gets me. So many videos popping up on TikTok, and I believe they use TikTok so we think it's real, because we can all make a TikTok, and you're seeing it as though it's done from an individual camera, but really it's so we believe in it. That's why there's so much of it on TikTok, this Travis Scott. So if you look at some of the stuff in the crowd of people passing out in the crowd and all this stuff, and it's just mannequins. Like I just see a mannequin. It's like you can look at it from, if you watch it twice, watch some videos twice, you watch it from the serious point of view of, oh, it's real. And then if you step back and watch it until you're watching a play, you see that it's the play, you know?
Yeah.
And there's videos of people rushing through. That was the one that got me, the people rushing through. And it was just like a video loop of people just running through. And it's thousands of people running through. And the main thing that stood out in the whole thing is, right, they used this headline of people injecting people with an unknown drug in the crowd.
I heard that, yeah.
Well, that was 2 weeks before that. That was news in the UK, in nightclubs, that people were getting injected with an unknown drug. Like, so what are who wants to go injecting people with an unknown drug? Why don't they know what the drug is? Like, how would that be spread from the UK nightclubs to the Travis Scott concert? That's the same unknown drug is being injected into people in a time when we're being injected with an unknown drug in the vaccine. So it's kind of like a subliminal message, you know. That's how I kind of read this. People are dropping with the I think it was more to do with that myself. That's what I'm kind of at the minute. And I feel like there's more to come from the Travis stuff. I've kind of put that on pause for now, because I feel like there's still more.
Yeah, still more to come out. I think so. You pose a great point. So okay, you got both sides. So let's say there actually are dead bodies, or it's just some mannequins. At the core of both sides, it was staged to energy harvest. So even if you think it was just random, because I've been really diving into the occult recently. There's a lot of symbolism, a lot of shit that these people just be putting out there. So I like looking at things on all sides, just to like make sure I understand it. But at the core of it, it's just energy harvesting. And one thing that you pointed out was TikTok and Twitter, because all you saw was just his videos being posted and people
blurry videos at that.
Blurry videos, bro.
And the place was called Energy Park.
So I'm saying. So, and then I have a question for you. So we both agree that it was energy harvesting going on. My question to you, Rambo, is where does that energy go? Now, I don't see it being on a physical level. It has to be on a spiritual level, because the physical level doesn't make sense.
Definitely spiritual. And it goes to, like I've said, I've had mushrooms before, and I've seen the energy. I've seen it around, and it's going somewhere. I feel like So did you somewhere see, like, I've seen energy coming off me. I've seen it coming off the trees, and it's not. I wasn't on anything else. I just mushrooms, and I'd never had them before, and I've seen there was energy all around living things, So somewhere that is going somewhere. I feel like people, they have the ability to collect that, And they that's why they manipulate different stories, bring out different energies. It's not all bad, is it? And I think that's why we have like kind of sports as well. There's always a good energy and a bad energy coming up from.
So damn. So let's take that sports example, bro. So out here you guys get football. I'm a basketball guy. So when you in the arena, now it makes a fucking sense. So like the way that it's positioned, I'm assuming it's just shooting up, and then just
and also with like sports, we're kind of, this could be deep, but we're kind of given sports from a very young age. We're pushed towards a certain sport, and is that like to get us trained up early to be pitted against another side and choose a side? They're making us. You kind of choose a side from a young age.
People get angry about their sports.
Yeah, people get angry. There's always an opposing side, like in the crowds. People fight and stuff like that. They're loyal to the side, And is that kind of done on purpose? Is it done to help with politics when we get older and stuff like that? All the way to ever picking a side, That's something I thought about as well,
That's a good
could be.
Oh, it could be. They're trying.
And you got an idol. They can give you an idol from a very young age. Like over here, like when I was young, everyone wanted to be Cristiano Ronaldo. When you play? Everybody. And this is something else with these idols. Someone pointed, give her a shout actually. Laura from Instagram said to me, 200 million people follow Cristiano Ronaldo. So why do only like 3 of my friends follow him? Like, why shouldn't everyone be following him? We would know.
Let me ask you this. Okay, let's take him. Okay, so now I'm trying to figure out, because we know like these celebrities, these entertainers, they're just puppets in the whole grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So if we're worshiping these people, right? Are they getting the energy that's being harvested, or are they transmuting into whoever's pulling their strings?
I feel like they're like the walking advertisements to help with the energy kind of extraction. So, for instance, Ronaldo could say, "I've got the vaccine," or anything like that, really. And they'll get it. If Ronaldo can come out wearing whatever he wants, and millions of people will just go and wear that because Ronaldo worn it. So that's like kind of I feel like that's their position there, because I feel like somehow, I don't know how they do it, but sports is definitely rigged, and the stars are made. I believe the stars are.
But then made. I believe that too, and it's still. I'm still guilty. I love basketball. I'm gonna still watch basketball till I fucking croak in this bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to figure out, like, something. Okay, so is it rigged to the point where like referees look different ways at certain shit, or does the players know, like, okay, I'm gonna score this, so the defender, not to stop me, so I can get this point? Like, now it's like, how is it?
I feel like they have the officials in on it, and they also have key players in on it who, like, for instance, in football, I believe the goalkeeper's always in on it.
Okay.
And I've done a post on that. I'm about to repost it on Instagram soon, when I'm going to put it into like a video format and try and explain it a bit better of how the goalkeeper in certain matches can he decides a game. And also they add in now over here, they have a thing called VAR. So the computer decides whether the referee is right. So now it's even easier to fix, they just blame it on the computer.
Damn.
And they always use the same refs and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do.
And that's for a reason, because they work for.
That's fucking wild.
Like I've talked about this one loads of times. It's the Munich crash. I think I've talked about it with you before. The Munich disaster, the Manchester United Munich disaster. That had me for years. It was talked about, and I always wondered how United was so successful for so many years, and that was their sacrifice. So, in my opinion, it was a hoax. But that's public sacrifice. Then people get a boost from. They then go on to be successful. So this is what I think will happen with this Travis Scott. This is just like an example. So the United plane crashed in like 1958, and like it crashed at 3:03 in Munich, and like 23 people died and whatever. And the final score before that game, before the plane crash, was also 3-3. So it goes back to the 33, the number 33. And I didn't ever really think too much into that. It was on the date, February the 6th as well, which is the 33 date. And there was an anniversary of it this year in February. It was the 63rd anniversary of that game. Damn. And this is where I really got looking into this crash. On the 63rd anniversary, the week before, United won 9-0, which is a strange score to win.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for your number 6. Then the week after, they had this 63rd anniversary, and it was 3-3. The score ended 3-3, exactly the same as the last game they had before the crash.
Shit.
So, yes, and the goalkeeper also had the number 33 on his back and was letting the goals in. I've got a video which kind of proves he let the goals in, like undeniable that he let the goals in. But then it goes, but United were the first team in England to win the treble. That then got me looking more into this. So that on the treble, they won the treble on the Matt Busby's birthday, which the Matt Busby was the manager of the Munich disaster team. So that happened they won the treble on his birthday, which I thought was a bit weird. How could it be his exact birthday? And then this year they got to the Europa League finals and it was on his birthday. And on the exact date, they'd won the treble 22 years to the day it was. And in that game, I predicted the score to be 2-2 based on it was 22 years to the day of the treble win. It was Matt Busby's birthday on that exact day. Oh. The Manchester United manager, who is in place now for the Europa League final, was the winning goal scorer for the treble, which was 22 years that day. So I went on for 2-2 and it ended 1-1 the game. And then, unheard of, they had 22 penalties taken. It never been done. 22 penalties.
22 was still there. It just wasn't. Yeah. It
wasn't in the score. It was in the penalties taken. So then, when you do like the numerology on De Gea, the goalkeeper is called De Gea, who missed the goal. His name in numerology is 22. He missed the 22nd penalty. That's when I kind of realised the sports is. On this because I feel like I was onto something there with that.
So, because breaking that down even further, because it's fucking blowing my mind. Now I'm trying to fucking figure out how are they doing this precise. It has to be like some either astrology fucking blueprint or something.
Or is it part of the Matrix? Is it already scripted in the Matrix to be like that? Was it always supposed to happen like that? Is no one in it and it's supposed to happen like that? But then what I always think of though, if you can place bets, then it can be rigged and it will be rigged. That's
a good point though. That's a good point. Because horse betting is a fucking perfect example. You can fucking manipulate the horse track shit, the horses or whatever you think is go whatever to rig it to your liking. So I feel like it's everything is in our face, man.
Like sometimes it can be as simple as I seen a news headline one day. Manchester City were playing Liverpool away at Liverpool's ground, and it was all a big thing in the news, like who's going to win. They were both competing at the top. This is only like last season. And in the news that day, it come up, Manchester City's mascot died at age 104. I thought it was a weird one, and it was written 104, and City were away at Liverpool. So I said to my friend, put on 4-1 Manchester City. It ended 4-1. It's like, how could it be?
Damn.
A few people won. I know a few people that won from that game based on me saying put on 4-1. Using that age, and it was just something as simple as seeing why is that in the headline? Are they telling us the score before the game? And is it again a ritual sacrifice? It was a death again. It's always surrounding a death. So that's how kind of
that though. Why is it? Because
why was it in the news that?
Yeah.
Why was this 104-year-old in the news that day? It feels to me like they was giving away the score in the headlines. That's what it felt like to me. And when it kind of come in, I thought, how could it? Can't be a good guess, can it? Twice, 2 times on the trot. It was like a week after that United game. And I was thinking, I can't get it right twice. Like,
so
it's not scripted.
is the Matrix? So okay, at the core, right? We know that the bad guys are just energy playing this role in this experience.
Yeah,
Okay,
small group of magicians.
small magicians. So if the Matrix, because this, I feel like I'm tripping with you right now, Rambo. So if the fucking Matrix, because everything's coded, everything is a symbol. It's how you looking at it. Are you looking at it, am I saying this right? Subjectively, objectively. So the news reporting about the 104-year-old man, that's just a Matrix putting out a code for either you can decode the hidden message or you just oblivious to it and just think it's some
104-year-old who died. Yeah, that's
fuck.
So that's why we can say, like, is the whole thing a script? Is it? This is where I've talked about before. They kind of project out. They project using media and screens and radio. So they project it into our reality, and we just reflect it back and make it real. Do you know, like, so everything can become real then. So this is where I've touched those symbols and numbers. Are they just part of the script for each story? So you'll see hand signals or certain numbers associated with certain stories, so is it kind of like a keyboard being pressed for each event? Do you understand what I mean? So is the screen is it being printed onto the screen as it's all the script, like the code is always there? Do you know what I mean?
And then we have the free will, because somebody told me this. I think I read it on Twitter. Like when I don't know if it says it over here too. I haven't seen it yet since watching TV, but it'll say viewer discretion is advised before you start a show. So they're basically telling you, hey, we warn you that you're going to be programmed. Now it's your free will if you're going to continue with this. But we warned you, motherfucker.
But that makes it more wanting to watch it and makes it more believable that it's saying that on. That it's viewer discretion, and it usually has that FBI notice, and it kind of makes it all believable. It's kind of like when a movie says based on a true story. Kind of like, it's true,
and then you want to see it. Bro, one thing I've been really battling with this thought last couple of weeks. Everything that we know to be true was something that we observed. So everything that we're experiencing right now came from a movie. It came from somebody else's programming. So is what we experiencing even our own shit, or is it just a suggestion that we adopted as true?
Again, we're reflecting the projection. Again, that's what I kind of feel. And project, it's a project MK Ultra. It's projecting. We're reflecting. It's becoming.
Kara talks a lot about MK Ultra. I fucking love Kara, and
she's great.
They're fucking everywhere, bro.
I think we're all. I believe we're all MK Ultra, and they give us like this. There's a woman called Fiona Barnett, and I was on her a couple of years ago, like thinking, she's been an escapee from the MK Ultra project. She's escaped, and really that is to sell you the story that they just do individual people under MK Ultra. But we've all got a TV. Well, we've not, but we've all seen the TV. We're all MK Ultra. The radio MK Ultra says every day with them crappy songs. I feel like we're all under. There is no individual cases of people escaping, in my opinion, and that is just to take away from the fact that we're all victims of MK Ultra until we wake up.
Have you seen Black Widow, like that Marvel movie?
No.
The whole movie was literally telling you that everyone's MK Ultra, and it was if you're like not oblivious to it, and you just like a Marvel fan, and you just ain't think too much of it, you just say, okay, this is cool but creepy as shit. But if you aware of how shit works, they're literally fucking telling you, bro. Like, we've been programming you, and they even tell you like the origin of it. And it's like, what the fuck, y'all this bold, or have you always been this bold?
That's why I always say, like, everything's Hollywood. Like, we all live in Hollywood, because that's what it is. Like, we live as we're shown to live, and like so they use like celebrities as a successful story, like the kind of the dangling carrot. You would want to be in their place, you know, like everyone wants at some point was trying to keep up with what the celebrities are doing, keeping up with the Kardashians, as you say, you know.
Even that fucking name, bro.
Yeah, straight there. It's to keep up with the Kardashians, you know. And
no, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
With her, Kardashian, for instance, like she got famous off like a porno, didn't she? Like 2007. And I think that was a deep fake. I don't even think that was her. Like, in fact, I'm going to say
like her sacrifice to.
Yeah, it's brought him on the stage because if you think, I know people go, oh, he was already famous. The dad represented OJ. Yeah, OJ was fake as well. That whole story was fake as well. So he was brought in on a fake story. Then he was brought in with a porno. And then this porno in 2007, no one was talking about deep fakes and stuff. So we wouldn't have knew. But whilst I've been like looking for deep fakes, for instance, this is what put me on. I've got brought, I was typing in deep fake Kardashian, deep fake this, and it took me to this porn website called Mr. Deepfake. And you literally can type in any celebrity and it literally gives you them in a porno. No it's like, and Kardashian was one of them, you know, like, it's like, it just knocked the nail on the head. There it is. It was fake. And they brought her in, put her in reality TV, then that makes her relatable to us. You know, some of the most famous families in the world come from reality TV, and that's the Kardashians and the Trumps. Do you know?
Definitely. I got a question for you, Rambo. So let's go back to MK Ultra with colors. I know you and HV, you guys touch upon colors. If you see, for example, let's say you drive and you know on a motorway, you see like bright red, does that like trigger you to like go back to something, or just like the different colors to trigger you? I've been wondering.
Could do, but I only take notice of them on a screen or in a story. I don't feel in real life they're the same. But yeah, I kind of feel like I'm more aware of colors around me in my real life, but I don't take any meaning from them unless it's on the screen, you know. Yeah. And I feel like on the screen, different colors have different meanings. But really, in real life, I talked about this the other day. We should take notice of the colors in a way, because we do without realizing. So you get given blue or pink, boy or girl when you're born. And we talked about this the other day. A doctor wearing a lab coat. Like, why is the lab coat white? Yeah. And why is the lab coat white? And it's like subconsciously, like it's the same with like a wedding dress. It's white. It like it's connected to innocence, and you kind of, do you know what I mean? So say you just come round for an operation and you've seen a load of black lab coats around you, you'd subconsciously be scared. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's used to subconsciously like kind of put trust in that character. That's what I feel like. Like in your doctor, they wear white, for instance, to put trust in that authority, that the trustworthy in the white. Subconsciously, you trust that. You know,
sometimes the lab coats are fucking freaky as hell, though. I ain't gonna lie.
They only need one of them to say you're a doctor in this day and age. Put me and you could put one on now and make a little video and say we're COVID experts. You know, that's how easy it could be. How easy to do it.
Bro, Fauci talking about, and we knew this was gonna fucking happen. Now Fauci's talking about we don't know how many boosters you're going to need to be deemed as vaccinated against the thing. I'm like, come on, bro. Like now they're out. Now they're saying it, but it's like, when is it gonna just like, look, this has never been about health. It's all about big pharma. It's all about profit. This is not to do anything about your health.
Exactly, that's it. And Bill Gates said something the other day, like the fact checkers fact checked him. That he said the vaccine only slightly reduces transmission. So
what's the point now? Again, if you need to get it, by all means. If you don't want to get it, by all means. My issue is just when it's forced upon and mandated and people can't live their lives. So do what you want to do. Now, if you need 5 boosters, then some shit ain't happening.
Yeah. At first it was, just the vaccine. Then it was, there's 2 vaccines. Then it was, now it's just an ongoing 6-monthly booster jab. Do you know, like, but this is how they're going to get the holiday making stuff, because like you could be double jabbed and then think, I can just go on holiday. But then no, your booster's not up to date. I feel like they might. It's the QR code is definitely getting more and more.
But let me
realistic. Like that's how, because it's not as the thing that it's real, but the more people believe it, the more real it becomes. That's how they can make this stuff real.
Let me ask you this though. So the pandemic first popped off, okay, and I understand people are fearful and they're being told if you have these two vaccines, you're less likely to get it and transmit it. So if you think that if I get these two, I'm good, I've done my part in humanity, but now you're being told you need additional boosters. Why isn't that question or that light bulb going off? Why do I need these extra ones? Like that's the part that's not sitting with me. I don't understand.
Goes back to the last episode, the NPC mindset. They don't realize they're just going along with the simulation. They're just part of the simulation of the game. They're just going along with it. They don't have that ability to question it, because why would the authority do that to them? That's kind of like, I think
that's that crazy, that fucking coddling the fucking nipple shit. My government wouldn't fucking.
Why are they? What I do notice, why are they so angry? Like the most angriest people are the vaccinated people. Like, why so angry at my non-compliance? Why?
I just
they're the angriest people, and it was with the masks. He was angry with the vaccine. Now you're not vaccinated. They're angry. There's people that will step away from you if you're not vaccinated.
I saw on the fucking on the news, they had a whole Christmas special. This news reporter was saying how to stay away from your unvaccinated family member. I'm like, you're fucking publicly creating divide. I'm like, who does?
That's all it's about in the end, isn't it? And I just feel like a slow build up to a finale. Like I keep hearing a lot of, it's end times kind of talk. And I think end of this time, end of this fake time. I think this is coming to an end, like end times, not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like end times is end of this.
End of the old Matrix and how we were all programmed. But I do think that the more outlandish things are becoming, is like I mentioned, is just going to keep waking people up. So we have to hold the fort, hold compassion, hold love for the lost souls, and just keep fucking spilling knowledge, and whoever's meant to take it on and wake up, and supposed to wake up. If they don't, then they wasn't supposed to in this life. One thing I've noticed, and I want to talk to you because I found this fucking shit funny. They're trying to blame the jab side effects, like the heart problems and stuff, on people who smoke weed. So if you smoke weed, that's the reason why you look. I'll smoke weed and my heart is.
You said it was a cure at one point, didn't there? It's always that confusion all the time.
My side effects with weed is the fucking munchies. I'm fucking stuffing my face with a cupcake and having the best sleep of my life. That's my side effect.
That's another thing there. Like, so with the heart defects, like the had a guy called Aguero. Do you know Aguero? Is like a big player. It was Sergio Aguero is like a big player for Manchester City. He played for him for years, and he left this season and went to Barcelona, and he'd done a video probably a month ago urging kids to go and get the vaccine and stuff. Yes. And then now he's had a heart problem. He's been diagnosed with a heart problem, and he's been told to retire from football. And it's due to the vaccine. And he's aged 33 years old at this time. And I just feel like that again was some sort of sacrifice. So all these celebrities, they all have a part to play. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the stage. You don't get to perform on the stage if you're not in the club.
I've been seeing a lot of people promote getting kids getting it. Now that disturbs me, because at that point, kids have the purest immune system. Like, they sick for a few hours and they bounced around after that. So why do
even had that Big Bird off Sesame Street getting the vaccine on TV?
Tell me that's not fucking propaganda. Why is Big Bird telling my child to get a fucking shot? Like, come on now, bro.
Yeah, it's a sick world, and it's when I seen that, I had to laugh.
You're
To
using
laugh
Big
about it.
Bird to send a message to kids that they should get vaccinated. That's fucked up and evil.
Sure is. It's
Evil. It's like, why? Because I never understood that. Like, it's in his parents, like you go do what you want to do. And I'm trying not to be judgmental, but some things you just got this critical thinking. I don't know.
it's always trust the science. Yeah. Well, a scientist says this, and the scientist said this is this. The science says this, but then when you think about it, what even is science? It's just an experiment. Like, why is it the answer to everything? That it's just a man-made experiment. It's experimental of man, isn't it? It's like so why would that then be the answer to everything? Why should we trust something that's an experiment?
They told us to fucking trust cigarettes once upon a time, and now we know that shit bad for you. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't. Again, everybody got free will, okay? And as long as you aren't, because I even have to catch myself, bro. Like, it'll be moments where I'll catch myself. I see somebody with a mask, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why are you still wearing a mask? And I'm being judgmental, so I correct myself. Maybe that person is fearful still, and they just think, okay, just so I don't get sick with anything, I have this mask to protect me from other people in this transmission. So I have to talk myself back and look at it from a different perspective when I catch myself having those judgmental thoughts. It happens, but shit.
That's it. That's how and it's like just hypochondriacs, really. It's kind of making people become really germophobic, in it. Like, everything's a germ, like forgetting that you've got an immune system to. That's what it's for.
How do you forget that? You
that's take what it's for.
You get your sunlight, you get your exercise. I know you've been working out again, brother. Big props to you. You exercising, you get your diet, and your immune system is fucking.
And people are supposed to get ill. You're supposed to get ill to kind of just like I've talked about this. We've talked about this with human vibration. Like, when every season, like a tree loses its leaves, it's kind of refresh. It's like a refresher for you. Do you know that's like kind of what you
like a detox?
Yeah, like your fluids. That's what your fluids, isn't it? Really, you're getting all your bad out, and then you back to normal for whatever how many years it may be. Do you know?
I think
I've not been ill for a long time.
I had last time I was ill when I first got here. I had like this fucking bad dry cough. That shit was fucking horrible. Prior to that, I haven't been sick. A matter of fucking fact, I take this back. Because I know I had COVID before. I had it when it first popped off, but I didn't know it was COVID at the time. And then I was sick for like 2 days. I had it was the fever. I've never had that type of fever in my life. And then I was good after 2 days. But the point is, you let your body do its thing. And then two, and this is what's fucking people up. If you don't know you create your reality and you adopting this fear-based mindset, your body's gonna react. The people in your reality is gonna reflect your fear thoughts. So you can't tell people any differently because their free will is creating this. Well, the suggestion that was implemented in their free will is now reflected in their reality. Now they experience
power of suggestion.
Power of suggestion.
And it's one of them. You get a little bit ill. You don't need to go and get tested for the flu. And when you do, that shows you're in the fear. You're giving them. If you're getting tested to see if you've got the flu, you fear it. You know, and then from then on, you're part of you're playing a part.
Prime example, I had a situation at work. I won't say because I don't know who listens to my podcast. I had a situation at work. Somebody at work, person tested positive for it, and they was just before that they was feeling ill and yada yada yada. So the thing is real, but what impacts you the most is, are you worrying about it? Is this your everyday life, and now you're attracting it to you because that's what you're worrying about? So it's always, why did you experience this? What suggestion are you putting out there that's making your body and your reality reflect that? You got to find a root to why you're experiencing shit.
Yeah, it always goes back to you can pinpoint why you're thinking like that, you know?
I've noticed, bro, when you tell people they're the creator of their reality, they get so defensive because it's easy to blame outside forces for why your life is shitty or why your life is happening the way it is versus you holding yourself accountable. Like, prime fucking example, bro. For my birthday, we was we was a little late for dinner, and I was a little drunk. So when you drunk, you know your emotions heighten a little bit.
Yeah.
And I played a game with myself. I said, okay, I know that if I'm continuing this momentum, something else will happen, right? So I need to take a step back. One, maybe we supposed to be late to dinner. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe we supposed to be late. And then I'm just looking at it. Why am I taking this life so seriously? Look at it from a kid-like view. Maybe I'm supposed to be late for dinner. So we go find out what happens. So fast forward, we go into the place, and I'm just having fun. I'm just like, this is great. Why am I even upset? You have to look at life from a kid's like view, and you have to observe your reality and say, okay, this is happening out of my control, but what I can control is how I respond to it, and I can control with how I want the next scene, the next segment to be like next, and that's holding yourself accountable versus getting lost in your emotions, which is tough. Don't get me wrong, this shit is tough. When you practice it enough times, it becomes easier.
Yeah. And you know, something I started doing to like kind of practice that you can create your own things and see what you need to see. Like I seen a little thing on Twitter. It's like, when you wake up in the morning, think of a color, like a strange color, and you will see that color in that day. It will show itself to you. Do you know, like
crazy.
And I thought of a pink car with glitter. I thought of pink and glitter, not a pink car. I thought of pink and glitter, and a pink car with glitter pulled in front of me and made me stop.
Yo.
And it was like, how could that color? I'd literally thought of it that morning, and in that afternoon, a car pulled out, pink glitter, the exact pink that I'd seen in the morning when I'd pictured the color, and it made me stop. It was like showing itself to me, and that to me, and it's happened more than one occasion, but that is the one that was the first time I'd done it, and it shocked me, it blew my mind, because how did that color appear? That with pink car with glitter inside it, and I thought in the morning of pink with glitter. You know, it's just,
guys, homework assignment. If you are struggling with like just coming to terms that you are the creator of your reality, do exactly what Rambo just did. I challenge you to practice this for a week. Pick a different object every day and just let your reality show you that, hey, I've been to your suggestion. Your wish is your command.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's kind of it's like a practice that, and it's proof that you can create your own reality. Like you said, then you need try it with different things, numbers, and they will show themselves to you. And that is proof that you can create what you can see what you want to see. You know, you can make it happen.
It took me a while, bro. When I first had my spiritual awakening, I came into terms that we're the creator of our reality. It's that cognitive dissonance. Your brain can't wrap its head around the fact that you create this. So you need as much proof as possible. You need those small details. And then with time, once you see things keep manifesting in, you know, the people and situations, you have enough proof to where it's just a knowing. You don't need anything else to prove to you. And for anybody who's like struggling with this, like, because I've like, you come across people who know they're the creator of their reality, for example, but it's to a limit. There's like, no, I can only create to a certain extent. No, you can.
No limits.
No, there's no limits to this shit. And I find people still struggle with that full jumping into it. Like, no, you fucking powerful as fuck.
People always like say, oh, why can't you manifest? Why aren't you a millionaire then, for instance? That's not what it's about.
No, it's about,
it's not what it's about. It's manifesting your own happiness and what makes you happy. Do you know, like what makes you as an individual happy? So you could be like, it's all in it's all in your mindset, isn't it? So you could be a millionaire, but it doesn't mean you're happy. And you could be in prison, but you could be very, very happy. Do you know, like it's all in your mind. Everything is
adding to your millionaire statement. Okay, I'm a millionaire, but do you have lack thoughts? Do you have a lack consciousness? Do you see money as consciousness? Because all money is consciousness. So when you go to the store, this practice I do when I shop, yesterday, when shopping, I said, thank you, consciousness, for buying me this shirt. Now I'm able to look nice outside. I'm showing gratitude for the currency and consciousness of it, and I get something back in return instead of like, oh, I got to spend this 23 pounds and now it's just gone. No, you money is vibration. If you complain about spending and you complain about this, then you're telling yourself that you're lacking. But if you're excited about spending money, then you're telling the universe, I'm abundant, I love spending, give me more money to spend. That's basically the core of it.
Currency, that's what they say, don't they? Energy again, currency. The currency of the flow of
That's
money.
it,
It flows.
This game is fucking simple but fucking detailed as shit, bro.
For all the codes we're locked off by, there's a password for them all. Do you know what I mean? In this matrix, it's full of codes, but there's a password that unlocks.
It's fucking
every password, every lock, there's a password. Do you know? That's how it kind of feels.
Guys, because at this point, I don't know who listens to this podcast at this point, because it just shows up numbers like when I see like the number of plays and shit. So I'm not sure like who's new and who's not. The one thing you're gonna get out this show with me, guys, is knowing that you're the creator and knowing that you're powerful. There's no limits to your shit, my friends. Like, ain't no fucking limits. Now I'm gonna fucking remind you as your positive source of news that you create this motherfucker, and that it's hijackers in this matrix who try to create your reality, but they're just you playing a role. This is a stage, bro. All of this is a fucking stage. Everybody's playing a part. And then when your scene is over and you dip off, you go look back and see everybody in their little body suits just playing a fucking role in this shit. That's why it's like, I go on rants and then I'll come back full circle and remember like the reason why shit's supposed to be happening. So it's just like a fucking hide and seek. Yeah, it's all it is, man. So at that point, bro, we playing hide and seek with ourselves too. When you break it down like that.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Really?
I think that might make that the name of the episode. Hide and seek. Yeah, I think
hide and seek.
I like that. Hide and seek with Rambo. I fuck with that name. That's just this fucking consciousness, bro. Oh, bro. One thing I want to is triggering people. So I'm pretty sure it's people who's gonna listen to this and it's gonna trigger them, and then there's people on Twitter that we tweet that triggers them. A person who's triggered, and I challenge anybody who gets triggered, we all get triggered. Ask yourself, what about this message is causing me to react this way? Because if you're triggered by something, it has to be some type of truth in it that's making you feel the way. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel a way about it.
Yeah, it's something. You can go again back to the root. There's something in there that is making you triggered, and it's only on you to react. You know, like the reaction is on you.
You're accountable. You're responsible.
Yeah.
And then one thing I noticed on Twitter is, okay, for example, you can tweet something, bro, and somebody will make a comment, but it's how that person perceived your words, but it had nothing to do with what you was trying to say. So your perspective of what I just posted, you felt the way, I triggered you, and then you commented, but it had nothing to do with what you were saying. And then that concept.
That's it. Everything is our own individual perception. Everything, isn't it? Really, it's how we. That's why I might say, "Oh, it's all fake," but to somebody else, it can be completely real. Right. Everything can be real, but then that's what I think the battle is. The majority of people that believe it real is how it becomes real for everybody. Because, like for lockdowns, for instance, we believe it's all fake, but the majority believed it was real, which is why it was able to play out as it did.
Yeah.
We're saying, oh, it's fake, but there's not enough of us to stand up and say, it is all fake. There's too many believe it's real. It's real. They know people who've died and all this stuff, and it's real to them. But
they're trying to lock down the unjabbed, and I'm like, what's the you can still spread it, so there's no fucking point. Unjabbed, unjabbed, you can still fucking spread it.
They've pretty much said you can't even work in a hospital now without the jab. starting from April 1st, April Fool's Day.
Damn.
You can't work in a hospital without the jab from April Fool's Day. It's like, it's always, every day is April Fool's Day. It's only one day a year they allow us to know we're being fooled. Do you know, like
every day is April Fool's Day, because it's just so there's multiple amnesia potions that keep us asleep, and there's fucking layers to this shit. So I feel for those who are, because it's easy, bro. Before I found your page, I didn't know about fucking CGI. I didn't know about crisis actors. I didn't know about that shit. You don't know what you bro. I remember when I first stumbled across your page, I literally spent an hour just fucking like going through your tweets because my mind was just fucking like, are you
down the rabbit holes? That's something I can't like.
You watch the news and then you start seeing this shit. I was like, fuck, this was in my face the whole time, but you don't know what you don't know. It's all perspective.
Yeah, that's it. And I always think, have we woke up to this on our own, or as a force kind of pushed us that way? Have we?
Yeah.
Have we been woken up, or did we wake up? Do you know? That's what I'm always thinking. Is there a good force out there? I believe there is. That is one is trying to do this, shut us down, while the other is trying to wake us up and wake people up. Because I've never seen so many people awake as it is now. Now it's kind of a thing that people are waking up all over, aren't they? Even people in my real life are waking up to like things being fake, and they're going back to stuff I was saying a year ago, going, I remember when you said this. You're right. You know, like it could be, you know, gets people questioning.
But I just think, like, because I'm gonna keep saying this whole pandemic at its core was meant to wake people up. So that's why it was designed. Because enough people was under a slumber. You need something so strong to shake that amnesia out of you for you to start waking up. Now, some people are going to be in a deeper slumber, and maybe they're not going to come online till years down the road. Maybe they're still doing their part of the play.
The pandemic was a blessing, in my opinion. It's
live my best fucking life, bro. Fucking life.
Yeah, I'm able to travel wherever
I fucking want to go. I've been in the UK for fucking however long now. I'm able to fucking live my best life, man. Shout out to the pandemic.
Yeah. And then, since the start of the pandemic, how many like things have we had? We have something every week going wrong. It's like, how could all this be in a pandemic? That
exactly.
The world's in pandemonium, you know, like it's for all sorts, like missing people, deaths, attacks, all sorts, riots, everything's gone on, all within this pandemic, you know.
Look, this is one long ass episode. Rambo, as you know, I don't even know how many episodes we recorded at this point, but
we've done a few, haven't we? But
we've done a few. Rambo, you the bro, man. I love when we catch up, bro. As always, I always ask this last question to my guest brother. What would your message be to humanity during this time?
Chill out, take it easy, and don't take life so seriously. You know, sit back and create your own reality and watch the show. Just that's the thing. Like, concentrate on your reality, not what's being given to you. What you want in life, not what others want, and others or you shown to be successful or shown success. Have your own success. That might just be something really simple. You know, if it makes you happy, then you're successful.
Hey, Rambo bars. Guys, if you want to hear more about Rambo and my homie HV, check out the Realize Radio Patreon. I'm gonna have the link below as always. Rambo brother, fucking love you, man. It was great chatting with you, man.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Of course, guys. As always, you're the creator of your reality. Everything you think, feel, and say, shape everything around you. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment. I want to hear from you. Until next time, my friends, keep being awesome and don't get lost in the fucking matrix.